The Tuah girl released her own meme coin, and it was one of the worst launches that me or anybody else in the crypto space has seen in a while, which is saying something because there's a lot of really shitty scams out there that we've seen in the meme coin space. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about everything that went on with the Tuah meme coin and ways that you can spot these things so you know not to buy them, and then actually some opportunities that came up from this token launch that people did make money on. So 99.9% of the time when celebrities launch these meme coins, it's basically a cash grab, it's a scam, and it never goes well. It has never gone well. The only meme coin of a celebrity that even did remotely well was Iggy Azalea and actually Andrew Tate's, but I'll probably just focus on Tuah because that's what we're going to go over here. But I'm just going to flip you guys around and we're going to take a look at this. So yesterday, the Tuah girl, she comes on Twitter and says this.
A Hawk meme coin is live!
And this is what ended up happening. So this, let me find it. So it was this token right here. And basically what happened is that this token was sniped and it ran all the way up to 500 million within the first candle. Now, this was a terrible launch. And whenever there is a hyped launch, whenever you know that a celebrity is launching something, whenever you know that anybody is launching something, it always does bad. These hyped launches, they never do well, especially if it's from an influencer or celebrity or something like that. And there were a lot of ways that you could have known this, even without the knowledge of saying, I know that every time there's been a hyped celebrity launch, that it has gone bad. And the first thing that you would do is you would take a look at the bubble maps. So right here, actually, if you check the audit, you can see that the top 10 holders of this token hold 80%. Which means that it was bundled, and it means that the dev holds 80% of the token. It's also mutable, which means that they can change a lot of the characteristics about the token at any given point. So this right off the bat, you would never buy into a token that has 80% bundle. And the reason why they did this is because they wanted to control the supply, they wanted people to buy into it, and they wanted to dump on everybody else. And if you look right here, the top traders, you can see that the top trader of this token made $1.3 million. The next was 300,000. And this was them. They made millions off of this token. And when you look at the bubble maps, this is what it looks like. So if you've never seen this before, generally what you would want to see is you'd want to see these bubbles that are just like on their own. They're not touching and they're all over the place. But when you see these clusters, this means that all of the token supply, basically right here in this 30% cluster, they're connected to other wallets, these other wallets. So they hold all the supply. So it's safe to assume that this is all the same person. This is the dev team. Whoever helped them launch this token did an absolutely dog shit job at launching it. And I don't really know if the Tuah girl really understood what was going on or what the case was, but this was an awful look for her. And what's funny is that there were actually other Tuah coins that launched. One was 5 months ago, and then the other one was yesterday. So what's funny is if you look at this right here, there was another Tuah token that was community ran. And this was around the time that she really popped off. So this went all the way to like 36 million. I did trade this actually because this was a token where the meme was strong. And when you are trading meme coins, you want to find strong viral memes. And when the community launches them and it's just like a fair launch, like it has a better chance of not being a total piece of shit. Now, this did end up dying anyway, which is not surprising because this is what happens in meme coins. But this launch was way more fair. Like it was a fair launch. There was opportunity for people to come in and make money on this if they really wanted to trade it, if this was a long-lasting meme. Whereas like if you compare it to this, nobody made money on the Tuah token that bought it. Nobody. The only way that you made money on this token is if you bought this dump and then you happen to sell it for like a 2x. If you bought within the first basically hour of the token completely fucking rinsed. And then yesterday afternoon, there was another token that launched that was called Straight Tuah Prison, which was very funny. It's a play on of the Hawk Tuah meme. And this was another coin that launched. And you can see that the dev on this was selling quite a bit. But this was a token that when it launched, it went from 0 all the way to 20 million. And I know a lot of people in my group that actually did trade this because this was like the revenge trade. This was like everybody was buying this because they were like, fuck the Hawk Tuah girl. Like we're gonna just launch our own. Well, somebody launched the token and then everyone just started buying it. And this is pretty much what actually ran. Like this was the token that you could have made money on. So oddly enough, there were two different tokens. One was 5 months ago, and then the other one was yesterday, where if you were a trader in meme coins, if you were a degenerate gambler, and if you wanted to speculate on this, you could have bought these and like you could have made money. But what's funny is that the official one was launched in such a predatory way that anybody that bought it got absolutely rinsed. Which is why personally, and I trade this market a lot, right? I'm not going to sit here and say that 99.9% of these coins are scams. They are. It's still a casino. There is still opportunity, which is why I've made a lot of money in meme coins, like just by trading the open market. I didn't trade this one because yesterday was one of those days that I was just like, dude, I'm not going to trade. But it's funny the way that the crypto community acts in retaliation to having outsiders come in and try to extract money. And that's basically what happened with the Hawk Tuah girl. And you can see right here, this was a tweet that was in response to her, hey, like I just made my coin just went live. This guy said top 10 owns 96% of this token, and the top trader bought 1 million of it and dumped 2 million so far. And so the crypto community was pretty adamant about this situation and not being happy with the way that this whole thing went down. And there were other people too that were kind of dunking on her, like this guy was, and then you got everyone's showing the bubble maps because they're saying like, hey, this was a complete fucking, this was just ridiculous. And what's funny, and I will play the next, this next part of this video is going to basically be the Twitter space that she and her team did. It was one of the worst PR moves that I've ever heard. And they got Coffeezilla, who's definitely going to be making a video on this. And he was really trying to get to the bottom of what this launch was. And it was very funny because her whole team was basically just like, oh no, we're in this for the long haul, which is like what everybody says. And it's always bullshit. And it was a complete fucking disaster. But you should definitely listen to these next like couple minutes, because this was a Twitter space that had over 8,000 people in it. And you got to listen to it. But before I move over to that part and then whatever, my whole point with this video is that if you take anything away from this, celebrity coins are a scam basically every time. And if there is a viral meme like Chill Guy or something like that, for whatever reason, when somebody launches it and it's an unexpected launch and the community rallies around it and people don't have control over a major part of the supply, that's normally when these tokens do well. And so when this was bundled to and they had all the supply, everyone kind of knew what was up. So I would just be weary if you see any of these tokens pop up, because it's very predatory. So anyway, let's listen in on the Twitter space. I promise this was one of the funniest things that I heard.
Any kind of questions from the community? Happy to answer any
I
questions.
have questions. I have questions. I'm raising my hand. Hey guys.
What Coffeezilla?
Hey,
man.
this is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No, that's not true.
Nah.
That
That's
is true. That's a
No,
fact.
it's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So
Yeah, we know. We trust me.
What?
We were there. We
Did
could
he just
answer
admit?
that.
you
No
know about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why we can answer it.
What?
Okay, so there's tokens
Coffeezilla,
going directly from the main account,
What did this guy just
Coffeezilla,
say?
just chill for a second,
and then it's getting sold for 50K. Who is that?
Let's definitely not us. You think we're doing this for 50K? Yeah, fucking right. Talk to
No,
the
they're
wrong
doing
guy.
it
You're
for
used to
way
these
more.
bullshit scammers out here. Not us. Now
That's what everyone says, by the way.
Listen,
Everyone says,
doesn't
"Not me."
matter. No, I'm not everyone. There was a
You're different.
strategic allocation, right, through a foundation. Every single one of those was signed through a SAFT. The deployer wallet. You've heard of a strategic allocation or a private
How much
sale.
did y'all get doing a pre-sale? How much did y'all make?
It's not that we
Selling out
made.
your fans. So
Over
other
here,
people
can
can
you give
dump on your fans.
Hold on, Coffeezilla, take a chill pill, brother.
Yeah. So
Let's
Y'all just
speak-
rug pulled a bunch of people. What are
No,
you
there's
talking-
no rug. We're here every single day. There's no rug pulled, and it's not done by us. Yes, snipers sniped it up to an insane market cap.
No, it's
and
not
dumped
just
it.
snipers.
That was not
No,
us.
it's not
That
just
was
that, and
listen.
you know that.
Listen.
Yes,
no,
it
no,
was.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
And y'all made millions on fees from this little scheme.
There's not a.
Oh,
It's
I'm
not,
sure
it's
that's
not
not
a
you
scheme.
getting those fees,
It's
right?
not a
Who's making
scheme.
the money
It's
on
not
the
a-
fees?
it's
Who's
not a
making
scheme.
millions of dollars on fees from this rug pull?
That's not a scheme. That's the
Who's
the
making
project. So we
fees?
can keep this thing going for years. Okay. That's how do you think? There's so many expenses.
Who
right?
makes the money on the fees? Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there with Meteora pools, and that goes to the creator, right?
Which is who? Who does that who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project, right?
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welch, right? And
How much does Haley
there's a
Welch own?
This is Haley Welch's project.
So she owns all of it.
Coffeezilla.
Did she just make $1 million on fees on a rug? I'm just trying to figure out
Do you know
who owns it.
how much it costs for lawyer fees to create a foundation in the Cayman Islands to hire directors?
The
Do you think this
Cayman
stuff pays for
Islands?
itself? Right?
So y'all wanted to make the money on day one? I don't understand. I'm just asking.
We're
who
here
actually
every single
makes the
day.
millions of
Day
dollars in
one,
fees from the
day
rug.
two, day three. This is how you run a project forever. Is you have to fund that. First of all, over here can speak to the extensive amount of work and time and people that are on this project. Over here has around 18 people working on this right
my
now
God.
as we speak.
This is
not
brutal.
a small time type of nothing. We're really trying to do something here and not just do it for one day and do it for 2 days like you're
So
used
who
to.
made the money? You haven't answered the question. Who made the money? How much did Haley Welch make of that million, 1.8 million?
It's a foundation that is running this project.
How much does she own of it?
It's a foundation. She owns zero of the foundation.
So y'all
Oh,
made the
sure.
No, I don't own the foundation either. A foundation in the Cayman
Brother,
Islands.
who profited? Over $1 million was just
I'm
made.
telling you, a foundation that pays people out. And by the way, Coffeezilla, I'm not asking you, questions that are irrelevant to the most important stuff that you said. Who cares where fees go? It goes to bills. It
Well,
goes
when you're
to
charging
attorneys.
15%,
It goes to accountants. It goes to
if
directors.
you're charging
It goes to
15%
staff.
on a rug pull
right?
and you're profiting from the
There's
rug
no
pull, I
rug
think it's
pull
relevant.
because we didn't pull a rug. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not true. That's defamation. What
Doc,
you're saying,
do the math. Do
It's
the math.
defamation. You're saying that we pulled a rug. There was
You
no rug
released
pull.
3%.
You're defaming our character.
Are you not
It's
going to let me
bullshit.
talk? You
It's bullshit.
just talk over me. You talk over
No,
me.
I'm hearing bullshit. So why?
No,
why
you're
am I
not. You're
gonna take it
talking over
seriously?
me. Let me just lay out your tokenomics. You guys released 3% to the Meteora pool, while you have 17% of the token allocation unlocked day one from your strategic allocation. Are you guys insane? What do you guys think exactly is going to happen when your insiders get sent their tokens? And by the way, who made the money from your 17% pre-sale while you're giving a tiny piece of the pie to the public? Like, what the hell? This is the worst tokenomics I've ever seen, and it is a scam.
It's not a scam.
The tokenomics are a scam. That's my opinion. You can say whatever you want about it. You can cry defamation. That's my opinion. It's a scam.
Well,
And I only do this for a living. I've only seen 1 million of these projects.
so who pays you, Coffeezilla? Let's
Of course,
subtract your
the
Ooh,
wallet.
turn it
deflection.
around. Turn it
But
around.
over
Turn it
here,
around.
why don't you tell
Nobody's
Coffeezilla
here
what
for
we're
me.
doing with
Everyone's
this
here for
project?
you. Where did the fees go? Where did the money for the pre-sale tokens go? Why did y'all unlock day one so people could dump on Haley Welsh's fans? And how involved was she really? And how much?
They muted him. Of course.
I just got muted.
Yeah, they fucking muted him. Go figure.
Yeah, so I mean, like as mentioned, like we raised a 17% strategic allocation that was done at a $16.69 million valuation.
Oh my God,
You
this
know,
is
we
so
tried to kind
bullshit.
of keep that as decentralized as possible. You know, like we tried to basically, you know, we spent a lot of time going person by person at the start. You know,
A
like
lot of time, dude.
trying to
This was the
raise,
worst launch I've
you
ever
know,
seen.
5K checks. You know, like obviously the restriction there was, you know, we discussed this extensively with a lot of different people in the space. As mentioned, you know, I've been in the space myself for over 10 years.
Oh my God,
And,
dude.
you
Give me
know,
a fucking break.
The basic kind of premise here was that, you know, we had the restriction. Like we you know, we heard the request for us to do this in a public manner, and you know, I think that we, you know,
Nobody
having
asked for
consulted with
this.
like lawyers, the I guess like the legal opinion was that in order to kind of protect Haley, and you know, kind of mitigate any kind of considerations around potentially.
Oh my God, this is so
being deemed to
stupid.
have-
Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope this was informational and that you got something out of it. My goal here, once again, was just to explain the situation, what happened from a meme coin trader perspective. I know everybody else that's on Twitter is just going to be like, oh, it was a scam, but I wanted to break down as to why exactly it was a scam. The things that I look into when I see these coins that other people may not see, and why I would not have bought a token like this. So anyway, thank you guys for watching again. Drop a like and a comment, subscribe, take it easy. See you guys in the next one.